anything but hug me, my man.
So how long has this been going on, this thing? We hired Georgina and Walter to help care for my parents. When they died, I couldn't bear to let them go.
How's it going, everybody? Today I'm reviewing the new horror thriller film directed by Jordan Peele, Get Out. Now, the movie stars David Kaluuya and Allison Williams, and they play an interracial couple where they're going to go to Allison Williams' parents' place. They haven't really met. They've been only going out for a couple months now, and they end up going to the parents' house, and it just feels a little off. The parents seem almost too nice to him, and it's just there's some weird half racist, half not racist things going on, and you kind of got to figure out what the heck is going on in this movie. Now, this movie held, and I believe it still does. I haven't checked it, but I believe this thing still holds a 100% rating on Rotten Tomatoes, which is insane. It's unheard of that these things happen all the time, because there's always one guy who's like, I don't really like the movie. But it seems like everyone is loving, or at least liking this movie, and I am joining that camp. I love this movie. I love this movie. Now, horror movies aren't necessarily my most favorite genre to watch, but because I was expecting a little bit of horror movie. This is not necessarily, I wouldn't even call it really a horror movie. I call it like a psychological thriller, if anything, and that is my genre. I love thrillers. There are a couple jump scares here and there, but it's not a jump scare reliant thing. You're thinking, what's going on here? You're trying to figure out the mystery that he's trying to figure out, as well as just see these thrilling and tension-building moments throughout the movie that really, really ramp up and pays off expertly in the third act. And this is also coming from first-time director Jordan Peele from Key and Peele, and he's a phenomenal director. Just already, you can tell he has such a visual style that's unique to him, and you can see that used throughout the movie. The way some of these, I want to say dream sequences, I'm not going to give anything away, but play out, and you'll see, you'll know what I'm talking about. If you've seen the movie, you'll know just the style of how he integrates that, and the performances. I've seen this guy, I believe, on season 2 of Black Mirror. He plays a character in that, and this almost feels like a Black Mirror episode, really, when it's all said and done. Another great positive of it is the social commentary on just racism in general and how some people perceive it. This is a little more far-fetched version of it, but it's very, very much relatable to everyday life and what some people have to go through. And because it is also directed, like I said, by Jordan Peele, there is comedy aspects in this movie. And one of the friends of the lead character, he plays like a TSA agent in the States at the airports there, and he is hilarious whenever he's on screen. Whenever he phones up our main character, it's hilarious, and you can see that added humor touch. So like, I think, and when the humor comes into it, it makes sense. It almost relieves a little bit of the tension a little bit, and then we get back to the intense moments, and then just relieve the tension. We get some more humor, and it's expertly paced like that. I wouldn't call this movie a slow movie either. I know some people said maybe it is a little slow, but I was super engaged in just the whole story of it. And you jump right into the action. Me giving this away that the parents are a little off happens within like the first 10 minutes of the movie. I thought I was going to get a lot more setup before that, but we jump right into the heat of the battle. And this movie, like I said, I think it's now, it is amazing. It's probably my favorite movie of the year so far. I kept saying that with like every movie that comes out, but we just had such a great year early on, and that's almost unheard of. This kind of reminds me a little bit of last year's 10 Cloverfield Lane, where a genre movie like this jumps up to being one of my favorites of the year. It did get kicked out last year of my top 10, but who knows? Get Out maybe will stay in there. It's hard to say. We're so early on in the year, and yeah, this movie though, if you have not seen it, go check it out. And it's hard for me to find any real negatives. There's nothing that comes to mind when I start to think about what did I not like about this movie, and it's very hard to think of that. Maybe there's a couple predictable-ish moments coming near the beginning of the movie, but by the end of it, I didn't see whatever twists and turns they did end up making. I did not see those coming, so it's hard for me to find any negatives. But as for my movie rating, I'm going to give this a movie rating of a 9.5 out of 10. I love this movie, and that will also be my enjoyment rating, a 9.5 out of 10. I loved it, like I said, and if you have not seen it, it deserves a 100% rating, I think. I feel like there's going to be one guy eventually who's going to be like, I didn't like it, and it's going to drop to like 99% or something like that, but regardless, it is a phenomenal movie. Go check this one out. Even if you're skeptical and say you're a horror fan, or you're not a horror fan and you don't want to get like these scary movies, I would say just put that away from your mind, because it's not necessarily a horror movie. There's like maybe 5 jump scares in the whole movie, The rest of it's very thrilling and intense, and you'll be on the ride with the lead character trying to figure out what the heck is going on. So anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more videos each and every week. We got Logan coming out on Friday, so I'll be getting a review of that whenever I do see that one. And following week, we got Kong Skull Island, Goon 2, Beauty and the Beast. It just keeps going and going and going. So we're almost entering this. It's weird. We're in March, about to be in March, and it's like entering the summer season. A little weird, but anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll talk to y'all later.